I need to get out of that.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Yeah, and I recently just got back from Mexico.
Mexico?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. And I recently just got back from this island called Cozumel from Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really pretty.
Was it just like a vacation trip travel type thing?
Yeah, it's just a travel vacation type. But I
Okay.
had a lot of fun though.
That's so dope.
I know. I was like, oh my god. Because when I went there, I was like, I've never been on this like type of trip before. Because
Mm-hmm.
it was a cruise, so
Oh,
I've never been on a boat.
okay.
I was on a boat for 5 days.
Then it was solid. It was good.
Except I got seasick a little bit, but it was
Okay.
good.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
good.
That's tight. Um,
Yeah.
so how long are you gonna be in Texas for?
um, right now I'm probably gonna be here until September. I'd say
Okay.
September or October. Yeah. Then I'll see what my next move is from there.
So,
But I actually miss Mass a lot though.
how long have you lived in Mass?
Probably I'd say like 2 years.
Oh, okay. Holy shit.
Maybe 2 years. Yeah, time flies. I know.
Okay, so then I'm curious about like, hold on, Texas, September, till September. So then, are you just like
Anything you
trying to,
want to ask
yeah,
me?
you're trying to just like be out at different places and just, okay, that's so cool.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm literally just kind of just like I want to get like myself back out there more. Like I want to travel more. I want to like work on my career more.
mm-hmm.
Work on like growing myself cuz last year was just I was in a moment phase where I was just so lazy. I was like so in the like in my bubble cuz I was at home all the time.
Yeah.
Like I barely went out. I barely like hung out with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So this year I'm like I kind of want to change that. So I've been hanging out with a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and that's kind of why I wanted to do this with you because I've never done this before. so,
is it weird?
so like, no, it's just kind of like interesting because I'm like I've never done this before, so
Yeah.
this is like something I'm out of my comfort zone with.
Okay, okay, that's good.
So it's kind of fun,
Okay.
kind of. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I'm curious because I don't know too many people who kind of just I don't really know any people that really just like travel like that, and so I'm curious about. Well, I guess what's the first thing? So how do you do it?
Oh, that's kind of for me. I don't really have a way where I do it. If I want to do it, I kind of just like, okay, I want to do it. I make it happen.
All right, I love that. I love that a lot.
I'm very like spontaneous like that.
Mm,
Yeah, I've never like had something on my mind and I'm like, do I not want to do it? If I want to, I do it.
holy shit.
Yeah.
No, that's so cool. That's so cool. Like, I mean, just there are plenty of people who want to travel and just never do, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So,
yeah, I don't think this is something I ever told you, but when it comes speaking of traveling, this was before I moved to Mass, but there was one point in my life I got so fed up like doing the same thing again and again.
yeah.
I literally booked the ticket and packed my bags and I went to California by myself for a week.
Holy shit.
I was there by myself for a whole week and
Yeah.
nobody knew about it until I was actually in California and I sent my friend a snap
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, "What? You're in California?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll see you in a week."
That's freaking
But yeah,
wild.
it was fun though, like a really fun experience when you get to travel by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta learn a lot.
I'm sure. What are some
Yeah.
things? What are some things that you can tell me, whether they're experiences or some major lessons, good or bad?
Honestly, there is really no bad thing about traveling by yourself. Because when I actually went, I always travel with people,
Hmm.
whether it be with my best friends or like my family or anything. I've never had a time where I just go and explore by myself. So I felt a lot of freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go wherever I want. I got to book wherever I want to, eat whatever I want, drive around at any time I want, and I could just hit the beach, hit my favorite restaurant, or just like meet new people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to meet a couple of people, and it's kind of fun because you don't have to be in a group setting where you have to follow specifically what one person wants to do and stuff like that. So I kind of went around.
Mm-hmm.
I explored a lot. Like I that was the first time I went on a 16-mile hike.
16? Holy
Yeah. It's
shit.
not like the one in New England though. That's the thing.
Okay.
It's the one we went to. I was like, "Oh, this is my first hike in New England." So when I got to the rocks, I was like, "Oh no, what do I do?"
Oh my
When
god.
we were near the top, I was like, "What do I do? I can't. I don't know what to do."
Oh my god.
So I kind of just like had to maneuver myself up. But no, it was I hiked in California from Observatory
Mm.
up to the Hollywood sign.
Okay.
So that's a total of 16-mile trail.
That's still long. Was it what the weather? Was it
Yeah.
like hot? Like hot, hot?
Actually, no, it was actually really nice.
Okay.
It was like a nice 60, 70.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and I made sure I brought like proper clothes and shoes and like snacks and everything.
Yeah.
So I was good. I was good. I was good. I want a bike though. That's my next goal.
A bike, you said?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's my
shit.
next goal. Bike that trail.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, to be honest.
It does. I have like so many lists. Like I have a list of goals that I actually want to do for myself.
Yeah.
So I'm slowly like checking off that bucket
Um,
list.
okay.
Yeah.
That's legit. Inspiring me and shit.
I hope.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I have a plan for sure. I don't think too much about travel. I'm just trying to get grounded in certain areas and then really start doing
Oh,
that. Hmm?
yeah. What are your plans?
God. Uh, let's see. So, the big vision is to be able to be a self-sustained like entrepreneur content person through
I see.
just being like, and I always tell people like I don't want to be a transaction based like business or entrepreneur. So that just means like I don't want to have to talk and deal with money on in that sense. Like if I'm
Mhm.
offering a service to someone, like I don't want to be like, oh, so like yeah, it's like $20 an hour or something like that. So I'm more into the whole Patreon thing that I have going. um, so more about like the crowd funding type stuff, and just living off that is kind of the huge overall thing that I want to get to eventually. Just so I can
Oh,
focus on everything related to the stuff that I share now, just like health related stuff, and
yeah.
the I can attitude of like the possibilities of doing things that people feel like people can't do. And a lot of it
Mm.
is like philanthropy stuff and work, whatever. So that's like long term. I want to do that all the time. I could do it a little bit now. Um, and what I'm moving towards like career wise, and that's gonna sustain me for a while, is being
Mhm.
a like a social media brand consultant slash doing it for other people. And there are
Yeah.
two businesses that I'm really close with, both of the owners, and they stand for all the same stuff I believe in when it comes to health and all that kind
Mhm.
of stuff. So I would just be helping them grow their brand. So career wise, and that's something that I would be able to do a lot of work from home, and eventually I want to be
Mhm.
able to do like all of it from home so that I could be a digital nomad and just travel and just do that, right? So never have to worry about put it like, having money and just having a laptop and I'm ready to go and I just can travel wherever I need to go, while working for these guys. So that's like a big career move that I'm getting close to doing it almost part time. Yeah, and that's like a huge deal for me. Um,
Yeah.
so that's kind of like the two major things. I know they're career focused, but like that stuff when it comes to helping people in whatever ways I know how to is my
Hmm.
favorite thing to do. Yeah.
You're very ambitious.
Yeah. Thank you.
I like that. Yeah. No, actually, I'll be honest, a lot of people want to live that life. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that life where you could just get up, go, do whatever you want, not having to worry about like sitting down, clocking in
Mhm.
at an office or like at some kind of job and just like having to worry about taking vacations and stuff like that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
You're kind of like putting yourself as your own boss.
Mhm.
You're putting yourself as like, okay, I'm the brand.
Mhm.
These guys believe in the same things that I do, you
Mhm.
know? That's kind of cool. Like I like that a lot. I wanted to gear towards that a lot,
Mhm.
but I kind of like I'm still taking time. I'm still taking my time to explore a lot of things.
Mhm.
So who knows? Like my direction might even change like a year from now. You know what I
Oh.
mean?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I'm one of those like anything can really happen in my life. So,
Okay. I mean
yeah.
that's a positive thing too. I think that's a very real. I think anyone who are like always like by like the plan, and when it like the people who are so plan heavy and then when things don't work out they kind of like lose their minds or get like massive anxiety, whereas when people are open to the reality that like things could change, I think that's really cool and that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be really, really bad at like adapting, I
Okay.
guess you could say,
Okay.
and accepting like any changes that comes in my life because I'm
Mm.
like I'm so used to that.
Mhm.
I don't know how I'm gonna like go forward,
Mhm.
and the first like I kind of wanted to get away from that because I'm like that's not a good mentality to have.
Yeah.
If you have that mentality all the time, it's gonna make you like constantly plan and then constantly have like this expectation
Yeah.
and it doesn't meet. And if
Mhm.
you don't meet that expectation, you're kind of just like downing yourself.
Mhm.
Or things don't go the way you plan. It just kind of just goes down, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of was just like, I got into the mentality of like, if I want to do it, I'm gonna make it happen.
Mm.
If I want to go somewhere, all I gotta do, make it happen.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm going back to California again next month. So I'm really planning on like traveling a lot more.
Oh gosh.
So yeah, so that's like one of my really long term dreams to just like travel as much as I can.
Yeah.
Cause even if like I told myself to, I do like I think to myself this sometimes because I'm like eventually I'm gonna have my career settled. I'm gonna have like even like let's say like later on down the line like even a family. So I want to get all this in, all this done
Yeah.
before anything else.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
like I want to be able to like look at myself back like 10, 20 years later and be like, okay, I did this, I did that. I didn't miss out on this, I didn't miss out on that.
Mhm.
I got the opportunity to do this, this, and this, and I took it and I
Mhm.
did it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I want to be able to be proud of myself basically 10 years from now.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, because I struggled a lot when I was young, like physically and emotionally. So
Mm.
yeah, I had to put myself away from that
Yeah.
because it was really bad for me when I was like up until I was probably like 19.
19.
Yeah.
How old are you now? I actually don't know.
22.
Okay. 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 22.
Yeah. 22.
Dope. Um, no, this is so cool. Okay, so then my other question was, so then traveling as much as you want to do, how do you
Yep.
handle like work and finances? Because
So
that's
for
that's
me,
crazy. Yeah.
yeah, for me,
Mhm.
I always have like if I really want to go travel somewhere, obviously I have to like plan out like, okay, so how am I going to be able to just ask for the day specifically I want off at work? How long have I been working there? Will they need me? All this stuff. So
Mhm.
finances, as you already know, most people do this. They
Mhm.
save up and they plan out a specific time they want to go and they save up, they work,
Mhm.
they cut down on whatever budget they can so they could go on the trip that they want.
Mhm.
So that's basically what I'm doing.
Mhm.
I'm working and I'm actually working very long hours.
Mhm.
Like I work from 8 probably 6:45 in the morning and I literally just got home like right when you texted me, which is like 8 o'clock over here. 8:30. So I work very long hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I keep telling myself, okay, I work a lot of hours. It's gonna pay off. My paycheck's gonna be good. I need to take out this much to pay my bills. The rest, I do whatever I want,
Damn.
basically. Yeah. And I'm actually blessed because I have a very like flexible, I guess you could say, boss
Yeah.
at my workplace. She's very like understanding.
Mhm.
Like, okay, vacation, cool. Just don't take way too much time off. You're good.
Mhm.
So, like, a week would be okay with her.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I always have to make sure like my work is okay with it, how my finances are looking, where am I in school? Like, am I gonna be going on this trip while doing like homework every single day,
Mhm.
pretty much, or
Mhm.
like worrying about like my boss, like, oh, you shouldn't have gone, all this stuff every single day.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I want to be able to just know I have this taken care of,
Mhm.
and I want to enjoy the time that I actually have. So that's kind of how I manage it. I kind of just save up, plan out where I want to go, what I want to do when I get there, know how much I need, and I just try to work and just like specifically ask for that time off, and then I just go.
Okay.
It's kind of like what most normal people do nowadays with a job, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. 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 Okay. That's dope. So then,
Yeah.
do you have like certain apps or websites or any hacks or things that you do or you use because of the desire to travel as much as you do, or is it just straight up like work and then there's a ticket and then that's kind of it?
Actually, I used to use this app called Mint. I don't know if a lot of people know about this,
Mm-hmm.
but it's actually like this app where you connect your bank into the app.
Mm-hmm.
And every day it breaks down like what subscriptions you have, a link to that bank account. It lists like, oh, every day you spent this much, what you spend it on, the categories you spend it on, and
Mm-hmm.
like, are you overspending? Are you underspending? How much can you spend?
Mm-hmm.
Basically. So it was pretty good. But then I thought to myself, but then I kind of just like, I got too worked up thinking about it
Yeah.
to the point where I was like constantly like managing it.
Mm.
So I created like a really bad habit for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like the minute I saw that I was overspending,
Mm-hmm.
I freak out and I just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
like I freak out. So I'm like, this is not good. So now I have a pretty good system. Like I lay out how much hours I work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally do keep track of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I calculate and I'm like, okay, this is how much I'm gonna be getting. Okay, I take this much amount, I write it out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this much amount for bills, this much, I do what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like less stress for me. I'm not overthinking too much, not managing too much. I'm like, okay, this is the hours I work this week.
Mm.
How much am I making? That's it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's
Yeah, I'm really like for me, I'm kind of like simple.
dope.
Where like I don't want to put too much thoughts into it,
No, that's
but
tight
I
though.
have to put in some kind of plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of me.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's good that you're just going and that you're doing things and trust. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What was I gonna ask? Oh shit. Oh, Okay. So, okay, traveling. Um, you had mentioned like brand stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so you said you were trying. Were you trying something?
Basically, there was actually a point where I kind of wanted to do Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, I really, really wanted to do Twitch.
Mhm.
Believe it or not, the first day I started, by the end of that night, I probably had like 40, 50 followers
Mm.
in that one night that I first started Twitch.
Mhm.
Because me and Chai started our Twitch streaming thing on the same day.
Mhm.
By the end of that night, he was actually shocked because I got like 30 followers,
Yeah.
15, 30 straight off the bat.
Mhm.
So right now, I haven't been active, but my Twitch currently has like 100 something
Mm.
so far.
That's dope.
And well, it is. It's just I haven't been active or
Yeah.
consistent.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of like hard when my like computer, the Wi-Fi here, when I'm back, it's a little bit. It's not too good when it comes to streaming. So I'm like, I can't really stream anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Have you ever thought about any other like other things outside of Twitch?
Like for me, I actually did had a thought about this when I was like just thinking to myself,
Mhm.
because I kind of thought to myself, like right now, what I'm currently doing, I'm a vet assistant. So I deal with a lot of animals.
Mhm.
So I thought to myself, I'm like, I love traveling. I love animals. Why not when I'm graduated, like when I'm done with school, just be like, just go travel to like basically get one of those jobs where you're a traveling either vet or like a traveling like, you know, I forgot what you call those, but like those people where they just travel to different zoos and provide like all the medical cares
Mm.
for whatever like or any animal facilities and like conservations, and you help out those like conservations and stuff like that.
Mhm.
There was some point too where I really wanted to do this thing where you like travel to different animal reserves and
Okay.
you spend like a month there, just like interacting with the animals, helping the animals. Like raising awareness, like this species is going extinct,
I see.
all that stuff, like raising all these awareness, like I really want to do that still.
Mm.
So that's like my long term like goal.
Mhm.
Yeah, basically is to be able to like do that. Yeah.
That's pretty sweet. I didn't know that was a thing. So, but I'm sure
I
like.
didn't at first, I didn't know either until I actually looked into it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Have you ever heard of a? I don't want to get this wrong. Let me look it up to make sure. Is it mm, house sitters? No, that's not the one. Well, something like that, like house sitters or pet sitters or something.
Like pet sitters.
Something. There's like a website. I forget which one, but it's like being able to just stay at people's houses in exchange for watching their pets.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, to be honest, I actually signed up for one. I used to try to sign up for one of those.
Yeah.
Like a dog, like I would either do like a dog walker where like you go to
Yeah.
people's houses and you just like watch their pets.
Mhm.
But then like I kind of was just like I don't know per se, because like it was kind of just like that situation where I'm like I'm in someone's house where I don't know. I would feel very awkward. I would just
Okay.
literally just sit there and just be like I need to wash their dog or their cat or something. I
Mhm.
can't just I would not leave the pet like the animal's sight
I see.
because I'm like not comfortable in someone else's house.
Mhm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's personally me. So I kind of just like I'm like I prefer more of like being in like a clinic and
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and just like pull up the vaccines, hold the animals, help the vets, or be vet,
Okay.
pretty much. Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I'm that type.
All right, vet. So vet is the ultimate, you would say?
Pretty much, pretty much.
Do you need formal education for that, or is there like certificates or what? I don't know.
You actually do. For vets,
Mm-hmm.
the certification would be DVM, which is Doctorate of Veterinarian Medicine.
Okay.
Because for doctors, like human doctors, we refer to them as MD. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So for vets, you would refer to them as DVM.
Okay.
And it's the same amount of education, kind of similar to like a real doctor.
Mm.
3 years of vet school, a year of clinical rotation. Yeah.
Okay.
And you have to have like really high GPA to get in. You have to have like recommendation from a vet, recommendation from like formal places you worked at that's like dealing with like animals, professor. It's
Mm.
like very similar to medical school. Very similar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I think those are like the main chunks. Have you gone to school yet? Or were in it? And
um so basically when it comes to school, yes, I did go to school when I was in
mm-hmm.
math,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and I did finish my veterinarian assistant
Mm.
like certification when I was there. So now I'm working on my vet technician, which is the second step. And the third is the vet.
Okay.
Yeah, so for vet, first you start off as like the assistant, then you go to the vet tech, and then you go to the vet, pretty much. It's like a 3-step process.
No, it's cool. Like you're just like checking all the boxes. That's really dope.
Yeah.
Um. So what brought you to Mass?
A lot of people actually ask me that. A
Oh.
lot of people ask me that, but my main reason. So basically, how I actually got into really liking math is because, obviously, I know Chai.
Yeah.
So I met him prior to going to math.
Mm.
So me and my friends, we were in New York for the week, and we were like, let's go somewhere else too, not just stay in New York. So Chai actually texted me saying, hey, why don't you check out Boston? Boston's actually pretty cool. It's very good scenery. The vibe there is pretty good. Why don't you go give it a try? Like, just go check it out. So me and my friends, we actually went to check it out.
Mm.
I actually really love Boston.
Mm.
So it kind of gave me the push.
I see. I see.
Yeah, it really did. Like, it really did. That one week that I was there, it changed my perspective a lot.
Mm.
Because it's so different from Texas. Because before, I was used to just California people either stuck up or they're just really friendly.
Mm.
You don't know. It's a hit or miss.
Mm-hmm.
And then in Texas, you have like that Southern hospitality where everyone you meet is really nice.
Yeah.
I've never met like any shady people. I've never met anyone rude, mean, anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to New England and you meet a different type of people. So it's like an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't travel a lot, so I mean, I've been to California for vacation. I've been to what is it, Washington,
Mhm.
or I'm getting all the states mixed up. I don't remember. Canada once. Like I don't travel as much, and they've all just been family related stuff. in New York?
I wish I could go to Canada. I wish, cause Canada was so close to Mass. So many times I debated to just rent out a car and just drive down to Canada,
Yeah.
and I actually should do that. I really should. You gave me the idea again.
I mean, yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, it's so cool. I've never been to Canada.
I need to go like on my own terms. 'Cause I've only just gone with family like once or twice, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
again with like all these like major trips, it's just family, so not much exploring, and not enough time to soak in stuff. So if I went, it'd be different. I just know that it's like it's pretty. It's like
Yeah,
yeah.
I heard it's very pretty. So I want to go on my own terms too. I'm actually, I'm actually really planning on going on an overseas trip more than anything.
Do you know where
Like,
exactly?
I have a friend living in the UK,
Mm,
so that's my next um plan after California. But
mm,
it'll probably be around like I'd say like August,
mm,
not like immediately after California. So it'll probably be like around August or
mhm,
September,
mhm,
maybe.
mhm.
Yeah, that's when I'm planning on going. But I'm planning on going to London. So
That's so cool.
all these plans.
Has vlogging ever crossed your mind?
I'll be honest. Yes, and I did vlog. But the thing is, I get so blanked out when it comes to the editing part.
What?
I really don't know how to do editing at all. I don't. I'm so bad with editing.
Okay, do you mean like you like actually don't know how to edit, or just like you don't know what to do to make it exciting?
Like I really don't know how to like edit.
Oh shit.
It's yeah, that's why I'm saying like I wish I want to do that type of stuff. I try to mess around with like editing softwares,
Mhm.
but yeah, it has to like I have to learn more about it in order for me to get like the hang of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I've been like fiddling around on my own, but
Mhm.
I feel like it's really cool if I could learn from somebody, like
Mhm.
somebody sit down with me and be like, okay, so this is what you want to do if you want to make a smooth transition.
Mhm.
Or if you want to edit, these are the types of clips you should edit out. These are the types of things you want to put in your blog. These are the types, that kind of stuff.
I see.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff like I need to learn more to like do blogging. I do it, but I never upload it. So it's just a bunch of clips just laying there on my phone because I
Mhm.
vlog with my phone.
Yeah.
Even on my trip to Mexico,
Mhm.
I vlogged it all, but I was like, how do I edit this? But yeah, that's a really good question because a lot of people did ask me that too.
Yeah, you should. Uh, yeah, get to the editing, and I just feel like you'd be fun to watch and stuff. And because like traveling as frequent as you do, and just your personality and whatnot.
Yeah, I should start doing that. I was actually planning on taking a video editing course soon. Yeah, I think it's like I forgot how long, but it's like it's a step-by-step course.
Mhm.
So I really want to do that next while I'm like working and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm planning on doing that.
Oh shoot, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Video editing.
Yeah.
Do you know where you're taking this course?
Um so basically, the course that I'm taking for that is actually online.
Yes.
um I don't know if a lot of people actually it's kind of cliche for me to say this, but I followed these couple on YouTube,
Mhm.
If anybody watches JK Film
Yeah.
on YouTube, they'll know Casey and Tiffany.
Yeah. I know them.
So I always wanted to see how he like edits, because when you watch the vlogs on their personal channel, it's really, really nicely edited. Like, he is so good at editing.
Mm.
So actually, they just released a course on how
Oh.
to do video editing, what to do when you're vlogging, how to get out of like your camera shyness if you're camera shy,
Mm-hmm.
what angles you need to do, all the stuff. So I actually plan on taking that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I found it really interesting. I was like, okay, I've been watching these guys for a while. He really knows how to edit, and finally he's opening up a class. So, taking advantage of it.
That's dope. Casey and Tiff. Okay. The JK squad.
I love them.
Yeah, they're cool peoples.
Indeed. That's why I was like, I want to know how they do their vlog, like editing, everything.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, all that. Those are the immediate questions that kind of came to my mind. You feel comfortable now, right? I'm assuming.
I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. So anything you want to ask me, go ahead. Since we haven't hung out as much, this is basically like,
Yeah.
oh, what do you want to know about me? Go for it.
So you've been to all the places that you've stated. Are there any other places that you've been besides all the ones you mentioned?
So my whole life, I've been to obviously Vietnam because that's where I'm from. Japan, Korea, California, New York, Massachusetts, obviously, and Philadelphia. Yeah. Not enough, but a good, a small amount. Small amount.
That's more than me. So damn, it's a lot of places. How long were you in Vietnam for?
I would probably say about a month.
A month?
Yeah, a month.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was there for a month. It was family, but it was pretty cool. I got to like go around the city. I got to like visit my grandpa. I got to, cause I grew up with him. So my life, I kind of grew up in like the woods. My whole childhood, all I remember was me running up and down, like on the gravel, like on a path where it's like so much rocks, and I would just pick up the rocks and I would start throwing it at my cousins. Or like me going around with my grandpa, picking mangoes, all this stuff, bananas, like picking coffee beans, all this stuff. Yeah, I had a lot of outdoor memory when I was a child.
That's pretty sweet, though.
Yeah. It was good. I had a pretty good childhood until, I'd say, like about 9.
Till about 9.
I would say 8 or 9. Yeah.
And so what happened at 8 or 9?
So basically my life is kind of just like a lot of like really random stuff happening. So I had a good childhood up until I was 8 or 9. And then suddenly in my mom's side of the family, we had 3 family members passing all in the span of 3 years.
Okay.
One, like back to back to back. So my mom, she was kind of hit with that rock because basically it was my it was my uncle who passed.
Mm-hmm.
Her younger brothers. So it kind of hit her very hard. So in the house, every day I come home. I remember I came home to her just sitting on the chair, chugging like bottles of wine.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember like hearing my parents like fight at like 4 in the morning. I would have to run downstairs, clean up everything, making sure they were separated from each other. It was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
that. And then we kind of just moved to Texas because we were like California's too expensive.
Okay.
We moved to Texas, and then that's when my family kind of hit like another kind of like trip in the road.
Mm-hmm.
I was like probably like 14, 15 at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Like my family kind of hit this rock where like my dad would always be drinking.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom just really hated it. So they would always fight, all this stuff. So a lot of stuff happened at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Even my parents were like, look, like cursing at, like yelling out at me every day because I kind of bombed my high school. I like bombed high school very miserably. So
Mm.
then every day I hear how like I'm a failure, all this stuff. So I kind of went into like this kind of like phase when I was in high school when I started smoking and smoking a lot,
Mm-hmm.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I would skip school, all this stuff. So I bombed like my middle school, I bombed my high school, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It started happening when I was in freshman year of high school, where I was just like, whatever, I don't care, blah, 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 blah. So when I got to my junior year and senior year, that's when I started hearing all like, oh, you're a failure. Look at this. Look at that. How are you going to get into school? All this stuff. Like, it was a lot of worse things, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll keep it at that.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of got in like a lot of depression mode. I
Mm-hmm.
got into a lot of like, I did a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I hung out with a lot of, and I also hung out with the wrong crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I hung out with like people who like were doing a lot of stuff. Like they would literally, one week we would be like egging someone's house. Next week we would try to like break someone's window.
Mm-hmm.
The other week we would try to just like do some random shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like smoking was the cool thing. So I started smoking weed.
I see. I see.
So yeah, and I kind of got so down because every time I come home, it would just me hearing myself being like a failure, all this stuff, the reason why my mom's like this, and then my mom dealing with all the deaths in the family because like it hit her really hard
Mm-hmm.
for years. And so it just kept going on and on and on and on. My
Mm-hmm.
parents always fighting. I would always hear them like breaking things down the house. I would have to get out the house. I would like hear like every time I would like panic or something like that, I would be called stupid. I would be called all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I fell into like a depression. So I kind of went into like one of those modes where I'm like, I don't really care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to deal with school anymore. I don't want to deal with my family anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Started drinking. I started smoking. I started like obviously what every depressing person does,
Mm-hmm.
self-harm
Mm-hmm.
for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to stop
Okay.
that when I was about like, I'd say 20,
Mhm.
19, 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to cover it up a lot,
Mm-hmm.
which is why. Because a lot of people, because if you look at the little tattoo on my hand, a lot of people ask, like, why did you get this? That's the purpose.
I see. I see.
Because if I didn't, you would see one all the way from here, all the way down to here.
Mm.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, like, not be reminded of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of got that to cover it up.
Mm.
Yeah, because it was just, I was in a very weird stage emotionally. Like, like every day I kept thinking, like, I'm going to fail. I'm going to not do anything in my life.
Mm.
I'm not even going to get anywhere. Why am I alive? Just to hear my parents just saying how much of a disgrace I was, how they wish I was never born, all this stuff. Like, it was just a weird phase emotionally, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm trying to grow out of that. So, I guess I'm doing a lot better now. Like, I'm doing a lot better now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Cause, and I'm actually happy my family situation is not as like unfortunate as other people where like they go through parent divorce or like some people don't even have a family, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like fortunate that mine got to like that's the stopping point because we had like a lot of deaths in the family and my parents were always like clashing,
Mm-hmm.
all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I just got a lot of like bickering, fighting, like really bad fights to the point where like a lot like it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew out of myself emotional, like out of that stage. And I kind of told myself, I'm like, why am I living like that? Like, I want to do something for myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I want to change something about myself. So I started developing, like, before I went to mass, I was a gym freak.
Okay.
I was legit a gym freak.
Mm-hmm.
Protein shake, everything,
Mm-hmm.
eat healthy, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was my escape from, like, a lot of things at home.
Mm-hmm.
All I did was went to school and go home.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my escape.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to mass. So that was like, okay, fresh start, permanent, you know, permanently disconnecting myself from all the negativities.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to mass for a little while. So now I'm back here for a little just to settle up some stuff and then I'm back at mass.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang. What a story. That's crazy. And that's only like a few years ago.
It started a while back,
Yeah,
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 but
yeah.
I recently kind of like told myself to like get my shit together like a few years ago.
That's dope,
Really,
though.
that's when it started.
That's amazing. Um,
Yeah.
so what was so I mean, you would say like you would tell yourself that you're gonna do this or do that. So was that um like where do you think that came from?
I don't know. Basically, I just went like in my head. I kind of noticed that when I was being in my negative state,
Mm-hmm.
so it kind of pushed away a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
and it just made me isolate myself a lot.
Mm.
I felt really low confidence in myself. I felt really like out of place.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I had nobody. I felt like I was just weak, lost.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of told myself, I was like, you know what? One day I just told myself, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Mm.
One day, like literally, at one point, like it got so bad to the point where I actually tried to like did something I shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And actually my friends found out about it. That's when I told myself I don't want to live like this anymore because that's when I realized I actually did have people that actually
Oh.
cared for me,
Mm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
people who literally would cry if something would happen to me would not be able to like it's just a lot of self-realization,
Mm-hmm.
I guess could
Mm-hmm.
say. And I also nearly had to go be put into therapy because my friends kind of got panicked. And so the school
Oh.
found out because I was in high school at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was in high school at that time. So my parents found out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they kept a very close watch on me,
Mm.
like a very close watch on who I'm with, what I'm doing, even what I'm doing in my room
Yeah.
for about like 2 years.
Yeah.
They kept a very close eye on me. And then once they started seeing how I'm going to like how I'm doing like more positive things for myself,
Mm-hmm.
that's when they kind of just let it loose.
Mm.
They're like, okay, I'm not worried about you no more. Yeah. But I guess you could say it comes from like a lot of self realization. And just one day, it's kind of just like you realize that was in your head.
Mm.
So you have to actually change how you think in order to change your reality, basically.
Mm.
Yeah.
So was it a revelation, or was it more of a,
I
or
guess
was
you
it
could
hard?
put it.
Like where you have to like, some people have to like really
I
fight for
think I
that.
kind of learned it the hard way.
Okay.
I felt like a lot of things in my life I learned it the hard way,
Yeah.
very hard way. So because I've been through a lot of things,
Mm.
even when I was in Massachusetts, that I told nobody about,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And so there's only a few of my close people that know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically told me this that made me realize this about myself, that yes, I do learn the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever learn things the easy way.
Mm-hmm.
Like listening to somebody's advice and just take it. I always have to just do whatever I want and then handle the consequences.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of learn it the hard way, and self-realization, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's kind of like for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, it
Mhm.
depends on how you look at it, but I think it's cool when people choose to kind of embark on the journey themselves. And just because every time people do that, like when people do learn the hard way,
Yeah.
they really learn and they change a lot. So I've seen that.
I, I've learned a lot of things
Hmm.
the past couple of years. Like the past couple of years, I learned a lot about my.
Hmm.
Like I learned about what I used to have this mentality. Like I'm perfect.
Hmm.
I don't have any flaws. I'm so nice. I'm always giving to people. I
Hmm.
don't have any flaws.
Hmm.
Why are you putting flaws on me?
Yeah.
But then going through these past 2 years of a lot of stuff happening with me, now I actually see myself as like, okay, I do have flaws.
Hmm.
I have a list of things I could improve on, I
Hmm.
could work on, you
Hmm.
know? And then I changed, it changed my perspective a lot. It changed my perspective on like nobody's really perfect. Everybody has like their own flaws.
Hmm.
So I kind of chose to accept mine.
Hmm.
Yeah, I kind of chose to accept mine, and I kind of chose to tell myself like, okay, yeah, sure, you have these flaws, but are you willing to fix it? Is the thing. So it's a work in progress with me on that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm still on that journey to like learn things about myself, fix up my flaws and stuff like that. So
That's good.
we'll see where that goes.
I mean, I feel like
We'll see where that goes.
that's like a long ongoing process. So
it's it's a lifelong process. Yeah.
that's good though. I'm glad. What's funny is that I mean, besides everything that we talked about, which is really cool, is that I mean
Yeah.
my first impression. I'm trying to recall. I mean, just like every time that I have been around you, because like I'm also around, like you're also around Chai, so
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh yeah, she's pretty quiet, and like that's kind of it. Like,
Yeah, I know. A lot of people say that about me. The first time I met you was at your workshop.
oh yeah,
And then I remember
yeah,
I remember I wanted to do like lessons with you privately so bad,
yeah,
but
yeah,
at that
yeah.
time
Mm,
I had so much going on. I
mm-hmm,
couldn't talk. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't really do anything.
mm,
Yeah, I had like so much going on.
mm,
And so, yeah, now that I'm actually back here, I'm actually like more focused. I'm trying to like do more things, get out there.
mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people do. That's the common thing a lot of people say about me is that, oh, you're so quiet. You seem so shy. Sometimes you seem kind of unapproachable because you're so quiet.
Yeah, for sure, a little
Yeah,
bit.
a
Yeah,
lot of people say that about me. So I hear that a lot. So I'm used to that. So I'm
yeah.
kind of trying to make myself a little bit more approachable.
Yeah, I was definitely taken back by as soon as we started video chatting. Like, I mean, I expected like not any crazy expectations, but just like to be chill and be like, yeah, whatever, and then, but no.
Yeah, I'm kind of one of those where if I'm comfortable, then yeah, I'm cool with it. I go with the flow.
That's cool.
Yeah, because even you could like ask Chai, because I live with him,
Mm,
so
mm,
he'll tell you like I'm quiet and stuff like that. But if somebody really knows me, I act completely different around.
mm,
I guess you could say I'm an introvert. You could technically call me that.
mm.
Technically.
I'm definitely more introverted, naturally.
I feel like you're just really laid back.
And there's that
That's
too.
Yeah, that's the impression I got of you. Like you're like every time I see you on social media and stuff like that,
Mm,
I get a really positive vibe. Like
mm,
you're really laid back, positive kind of person. You're promoting things that's really positive.
mm,
You're never promoting anything that's like negative. Or like, you know, how like people, even I'm guilty of it, like, you know, posting on social media about how like, oh, I'm so depressed, I'm so sad,
mm,
this isn't this. Like I see you, you're always posting things that's like striving to change, changing something,
mm,
doing something,
mm,
some event, or like you can do it, or like a lot of like empowering things, like
mm,
trying to change. I guess you could say in my head, I kind of see you as like wanting to change society, I
mm,
guess, or people around you
mm,
into a more positive thing,
mm,
which actually is very inspiring. I
mm.
like that a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah, I really do like that a lot.
Thank you.
And I could see why a lot of people are around you for that,
Mm,
you know?
mm.
Because even if you say you're an introvert and stuff like that, a lot of people are around you. I can see it. So, yeah.
Thanks.
Actually, me and you need to go get Life Alive sometime. I know you eat there.
I do, yeah.
I know you eat there. I even bumped into you in Cullen once at Life Alive.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I used to work there, so.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I used to work there.
Oh
Not a
shit.
lot of people know that, but I used to work there.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah. The manager was really cool, so if he still remembers me every time I come. But yeah, that's how I bumped into you. Because the one day I remember I saw you in Cullen.
Mm-hmm.
It was when I was getting off of my shift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
getting off, and you guys were sitting and you guys were eating, I think. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot what happened, but it
Mm-hmm.
was like I was walking and you guys were just in my plain sight of view. I'm like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, we should definitely get Life Alive sometime.
Okay. So you're gonna be back for a week.
Yeah, for now. It's going to be a week.
Solid week.
Yeah.
Okay. I can send you I mean, are you just like you're chilling? Like
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Okay, okay. I don't know if you're
I'm straight
coming.
up just chilling.
Something else.
Yeah, I'm straight up chilling. So whenever you're free and stuff like that, I'm down to hang out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll send you my availability.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check in on this person. Oh shit. No. No. I totally messed that up. That was an accident.
It's okay. You're good.
I'm gonna check in on the next person. They haven't said
Yep.
anything, so you have any plans after this, or are you going to sleep, or?
After this, my only plan is to go take a shower, play my video games, and sleep.
That's what's up. That's chill.
Because I worked all day today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm pretty exhausted.
Mm.
I've been up since probably like 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get any sleep. So I really need some sleep. It's kind of what happens when you work with animals. You always have to get up all day. So that's my plan for today.
That's good. Nice.
Yeah, just chill, a chill night, or I'll probably end up like watching Netflix or something.
Mm.
It's usually what I do. Yeah, usually it's what I do if I'm working and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Um. Hmm. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll send you my availability.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'll see
So
you.
I'm back on Wednesday night.
Okay.
So just hit me up, send me your availability, and then we could like go get Life Alive or hang out or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm down for it because it's cool. It'd be
Yeah.
cool to like hang out with you and get to know you more.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do that.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. What? You ready? Okay. No, it's all good. Okay, bye. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll send you. If I don't send you something in a day, then just hit me up.
I definitely will. It
Yeah.
was really fun doing the stream with you though.
Yeah. Same.
I feel like you're kind of just like, oh shit, she was so quiet. I didn't know she was like
No.
that.
Yeah. Obviously. That's how I was like, what? Like I knew you were gonna
Yeah.
talk and like whatever, but I didn't expect the energy. Yeah. Not at all.
Oh yeah, this is legit me when I'm like trying to get comfortable. This is how I am every day with people I'm comfortable with.
That's good.
But yeah, I'll definitely catch you when I'm in Lowell for sure.
Okay.
So definitely hit me up.
Okay.
And I'm down to do like a stream again
Okay.
when I have the like when I probably because you do it every month, right?
Yeah. Every week.
Every week. Okay, I'm down.
Okay.
I will hit you up next time when I'm like having that free slot and I'll do it.
Okay.
We'll do it again.
Dope.
Yeah, but it was fun talking to you. I'm gonna go hit the showers. I'm so tired.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too.
Peace.